The aft breaks free, its first movement since 1912.
Humanity's most advanced lifting system awakens. A gravity bends, and the ship responds. The stern climbs toward the light, its long entombment ending as the sea slowly releases its grip.
The stern climbs through clouds of its own history, mud, rust, and silence dissolving into light.
The full-body lift begins, racing not just the bow, but the story sealed within its steel.
History breaks the waves. The Titanic emerges, suspended not by cables, but by pure gravity.
They stand in unison, facing history reborn, and the applause becomes the voice of the past returning to light.
From the darkness of the deep to the light of the living world, the Titanic rises in. In the dying light of day, a silent giant cuts across the Atlantic sky.
Inside the steel belly of the aircraft, the engineering team studies every fracture, preparing to lift a legend without letting her break again. The iron diver machines leap into the raging sea, armored titans built to descend where no diver can survive.
And there she lies, a forgotten giant asleep in eternal darkness. Every inch is surveyed. What once collapsed under nature's power must now endure the force of resurrection. To lift a fallen titan, new bones must be forged around the old. Strength meeting ruin.
Now the lift systems awaken. The bow groans in protest, as if the Titanic herself remembers the night she sank. The first rise begins. A ship once swallowed by the abyss now fights its way back toward the world of the living.
The seabed releases its grip. What the ocean once buried, man now unearths with steel and light.
Suspended in the dark, the giant breathes again. But she is fragile. One wrong pull could tear her in half. Steel against steel, old meeting new. Before she rises, the Titanic must be rebuilt, piece by piece.
The cables decede like lifelines. She begins her ascent, slow, steady, defiant. With every inch reclaimed, the ocean resists, testing steel, patience, and history itself. New supports wrap around her, gentle in purpose, immense in strength. The old bones must not break again.
She climbs into lighter waters, each meter a victory, each second a reminder of her weight and history. She nears the threshold where darkness ends. The sea grows brighter, but the ship remains ghost-like, half shadow, half legend. With the surface light so close, the ship shudders, a century of pressure releasing in a single moment of ascent.
She climbs through liquid brilliance, the moment before rebirth, when the sea begins to let go.
The surface is near. After an age beneath the waves, the Titanic ascends, her final barrier only inches away.
A breath away from the world above, she touches the light she has not seen since 1912.
She pushes through the final veil, the last barrier between darkness and the world that remembers her. The middle deck rises, a place once alive with footsteps, now a twisted monument to silence. Far below, the shattered aft waits, soon to be torn from the seabed to rejoin its other half. The aft breaks free, its first movement since 1912, a slow ascent from a grave of darkness. The stern climbs through clouds of its own history, mud, rust, and silence dissolving into light. The stern climbs toward the light, its long entombment ending as the sea slowly releases its grip. The full-body lift begins, racing not just the bow, but the story sealed within its steel. The final submerged ribs of the midsection pierce the surface, steel waking from its century-long sleep. What remains of the upper deck emerges, shattered, rusted, yet unmistakably Titanic.
With the upper hull freed, the ship's highest decks, silent for generations, prepare to meet the open air once again.
Now the superstructure begins its ascent.
Now the heart of the ship emerges, a fractured cathedral of rust and memory.
Steel meets wind again. The sea holds her no longer, but the struggle to free her has only begun. She rises into the world of machines, cranes above, submersibles below, all working to pull a legend back from the deep.
She rises higher still, each meter a triumph, each groan a reminder of the night she fell.
Her upper frame, once hidden in eternal darkness, now rises like a shadow from another world. The superstructure emerges, scarred, skeletal, yet unmistakably part of a ship that defined an era.
The tower of steel rises from the sea, a monument shaped by water, time, and tragedy. At last, the full height of the Titanic superstructure rises, a colossal reminder of ambition, tragedy, and time. The ship stands tall again, its forward half towering like the skeleton of a forgotten giant. The forward half now hangs steady, awaiting the moment when the ship's broken rear will rise to join it.
With a roar of water and steel, the stern pierces the waves, reuniting with the sun after more than a century. With each pull, more of her hidden metal bones reveal themselves, cold, broken, and reborn in daylight. The hidden skeleton of the bow ascends, its iron bones gleaming in the sun after a century of silence.
The bow, once the symbol of her pride, returns in its empty.
A sight unseen for more than a century, the bow in full, suspended above the waves. Precision replaces chaos as the ship is aligned, a task requiring power, balance, and unbroken control. The underside of the bow, unseen since her sinking, reveals the scars of her long burial beneath the waves. In full exposure, the ship reveals its immense scale, an iron titan lifted from the deep. The lifted midsection hangs above the waves, a colossal relic awaiting the rise of its other half.
Humanity's most advanced lifting system awakens, a gravity engine engineered to raise history from the abyss.
Gravity bends, and the ship responds, rising as if the ocean itself is letting go.
A vertical river of energy carries the Titanic upward, erection powered not by steel.
History breaks the waves. The Titanic emerges, suspended not by cables, but by pure gravity.
They stand in unison, facing history reborn, and the applause becomes the voice of the past returning to light.
From the darkness of the deep to the light of the living world, the Titanic rises in,